bracket quarterfinal between GT and Team Spinal. We have Comfey, Bliss here, double support, double healing comp for GT with a Garchomp, Dodrio and a God of War up against Trevenant, Espeon, Glaceon, Blastoise and Urshifu. Not going for a single heal on the right side. So you have 2 healing Pokemon against 0 healing Pokemon, not even picking up a Clefable or something. I think Clefable would have been great in this game. But instead, go for the Urshifu last pick, which results in no healing and no protection. But I guess they still have 2 defend at least. But yeah, no healing for the side of Spinal. Heading into game number 1, I think it's going to be very difficult for the 2 evolutions to actually survive against this Dodrio, because Dodrio has a Comfeon, so it's not easy to take down a Dodrio when it has permanent healing and even more extra move speed from that support at being attached to the bird. So I'm kind of worried for the backline of Spinal that they're really going to think this through, that they're playing without any sort of support. Going to be quite difficult. We have AZ Enable now taking over the right side jungle right now with Urshifu, but only taking red buff because Spinal's bot path is also taking blue buff. They're going to share those and share some experience. Or Kapu sending for top path, but all the last hit's already gone. So not really gaining too much advantage there. Could have maybe still done 2 Bite Toys, but instead wants to fight for that bunny spawning on the top path. Pikachu looking for the last hit right here, looking maybe for the Sky Bash and Watergun, but Psyshock is there. Watergun's into the Psyshock, and then claim a very easy NDD last hit on the spot path for Spinal. 10 seconds, and looks like we're gonna have a 3 versus 3 on top side. But actually, Glaceon is taking the Bite Toy now. What is Spinal doing? He's gonna be way too late for the Ataria spawn. It's already probably gonna be gone before he's even there. Dripbeck comes through, he's gonna try to put them into the bush, but the Psyshock damaged us so much that even though it was out of vision, we still had Espeon taking down that Altaria. Eknoop still looking for the Bliss evolution. Maybe they can get it now. The Dripbeck comes through. Can he get the last hit? No, he can't. He cannot get... Or did he actually get it? Not quite sure. Topside, we still have the Gabite now fighting a Phantom. He's not gonna have a good time. Because Gabite, as soon as you get to level 5, the Dragon Rush will be able to secure so many last hits for this side of the Gabite. Just Dragon Rush them into bushes, Dragon Rush them away from your opponents, and get easy last hits. That's why we see a lot of Garchomp also being played on top path. Just because he's able to secure these last hits like this, Dragon Rush to left side, out of vision, and then very easy last hit pick up. And now he's already level 7 and is going to have the Dragon Claw ready. And Redlove is still stuck on level 4. He's very far away from the Red Trevenant evolution, which of course is going to be huge for that Woodhammer. So he needs to find some experience very badly. Current GT is winning bot and top path at the same time. And Spinal have to find a way into this game already. Eknoop is a bit deep right here, but has the X speed and Helping Hand actually being used. So I guess he also has Safeguard. He's going to go for Safeguard, Helping Hand bit. I would assume so. I mean, they already have enough healing, right, coming out of the Comfy. So yeah, Safeguard instead to maybe save someone from the Trevenant, Blastoise, Espeon stuns, right? Urshifu Unite move. There are so many stuns on Spinal that Safeguard is going to be able to protect the carries even easier and deny an Urshifu Unite as well, because you can just Safeguard the Urshifu Unite and then your character doesn't get knocked up. Dripbeck goes on the Ataria. And God of War level 8 now. So already level 8. Quite early into this match. But is he gonna be able to find this Unite move for this bottom fight? Because Spinal has much better last hitting. That's the one thing that Spinal has going on for them. They have much better last hitting going into this match. Or Dripbeck comes through onto Redlove. Redlove might be falling. He's not having a good game so far. Goes down. And we just have GT again. They have no last hitting, so they know about it. They just go for top path. What I just mentioned, they don't even try to fight for this Reggie, because they know they're just gonna do it and last it either with Big Blow or Psyshock. So instead, just going for a different play. But actually, they mess up really heavily. That was a perfect overcap. They set the goal to 20 points, and then, but they're gonna dive on the next goal and they're gonna score 70 more points right here. So it doesn't really matter. Wonderful play by GT. Just ignoring bot path. And they're gonna set this goal to 21 already as well. Just taking down Trevenant one more time. And man, Redlove is getting bullied. Redlove is just getting bullied right now. Gardevoir gets taken down by the Espeon. We didn't see it on the screen. On the mid-fight. That's nice KO for Spinal. Both buffs are currently up. 194 to 103 points, 4 minutes into the game. GT with a small point lead. Nothing too dramatic yet. But it's always obviously still nice to have a point lead. But Pikachu is also struggling. Both of the defender Pokemon on Spinal are struggling to find level 9 right here. Both, of course, running the XP share, which means they get less experience in total anyways. But they're trying to get to Blastoise and to level 9 for Trevenant as well. And they're still quite far away from it. Trevenant are 8.5 though, and Pikachu might be caught right now. Has to Hydro Pump them away, but can't get any last hits right now. Just has to hope that some EDDs are respawning soon, and you can finally go to Blastoise Evolution. We have agility for Stockings again as well. Just another agility drill pack today. I guess it's because there's so many stunts on Spinal. But yeah, I don't know if I like it really. I don't know if I'm a big fan. But I guess it's, I mean, it's still alright. Agility is just a great move, right? It's move speed, it's sprint gauge, instantly refilling, and it's also a small full heal. Up against Blastoise with stunts, you know. And Urshifu. And Trevenant, you know. Pika actually missing the Hydro Pump right there. And he's still only 8.5. He's only 8.5. Still not the Blastoise evolution done. His Unite move is nowhere to be found. And we have GT now going for the Regice, but they have much worse last hitting. Can they secure it? Yes, they can. Still somehow Garchomp is able to get it for Team GT. Now they might look for the push onto the skull as well. Drain Rush and Claw with the eject button goes in onto Glaceon. He's going to use Unite move. He's going to try to drive the Garchomp around. And he's going to land on Glaceon, getting a double KO for himself. Pikachu now level 9. Level 10 already, actually, because he had so much experience stored up. That one knockout was giving him 2 levels right there. And he's going to probably fall the right here. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. Very happy about that level 10 already now. And Regieleki is up on top path. Midatara being taken by Lecoding, who is having a good game so far on the Garchomp. Really in full control of this match. Might look for the Espeon here crossing towards top path, but no, decides to just go to top to Trevenant. Gonna Dragon Rush Claw onto the Trevenant. He also gets Drill Pick to the left side. Trevenant has no way to move, which is nice to see. But actually, he actually uses his Unite move, but he's down anyways. I guess he just used it because he was like, it will not be up anyways if he uses it later. And he's gone, so just buying some time. Maybe getting some damage in. But yeah, in the end, quite useless. Of a Unite move. And Regieleki taken by the side of GT. 90 seconds left until Rayquaza is going to spawn into the final stretch. And GT could maybe look for a bot push right here. Highest level in the game, Gardevoir and Dodrio level 12. And then Garchomp 11, Trevenant, Espeon, and Glaceon on the right side. Also on level 11, Trevenant just clearing the Regieleki on its own. It's going to take a tiny bit. They're trying to push for the Golden, as I mentioned. Blastoise Unite's going to hit. Gardevoir goes in on Junior Blastoise, and Blastoise is tanky enough to not go down from the Gardevoir Unite. And Spinal getting a free knockout right here. Onto the Dodrio. So they're still surely in this game. But they have to be careful. Again, no healing. So if someone gets caught, they're kind of just gone. That's the biggest issue if you not run a healer. If you make one mistake, there's no one that can just save you. And have like that last button to maybe have enough healing to get you out of a bad position. Veggie spawned, Spinal in position right now. Again, they have much better last hitting, but Espeon is top path right now. There's 4 people of GT bot path. Did Spinal try to be too cocky? Garchomp trying to secure it, but it goes over to the Urshifu or Glaceon. One of them two got it. Urshifu was able to secure it somehow. And now GT lose the objective though. They get 2 KOs, but they lose the Regi, which I think is still probably in for Spinal in the end. It's not going to be too dramatic, of course, but the coding actually only level 12. And Espeon is level 30 now. Spinal has been just farming experience. They're not even too far behind now. Highest level is Gardevoir on 14. And the points are 194 to 186, so it's an insanely close game. It is an insanely close game. 2 tier 1 golds are still up as well. On top in bot path. So one of the teams can always just maybe get a huge score in quite easily if they decide to go for it. And they know it's a close battle, so neither team really knows who's ahead right now in this game. Spinal walking towards bot path, looking for the flank here on the Urshifu. But again, they can't really go for Dodrio either, because he can just agility out of the Urshifu Unite maybe. But Dodrio has to be careful not to face check into Urshifu. Stocking is trying to scout out if anyone is around. And Rayquaza now being taken. Urshifu's going to score, and that's going to put Spinal into the lead of this game right now. Going for the back cap. Now GT maybe has to force something. Blastoise is already going quite deep. Has to eject button away safely. That is terrible for the Blastoise. His eject button is going to be gone. Which means he can't do Unite into... Wait, what is the Garchomp doing as well? Completely whiffing his combo. GT now under pressure. And the Stockings might be gone right here, but... No, doesn't take anyone down. Dodrio is just gone. Dodrio is down. There's the Garchomp going in again with the Unite move, trying to look for Espeon, and they're going to take down Espeon. Can Garchomp look for more? The last Unite doesn't really knock up anyone, and Garchomp goes down, and Comfy's left alone on the right side. Comfy's going to fall next. Blissey's also very low on HP. One more basic attack will do it. The Surf comes through. Blissey is down. Comfy running for the life. Actually makes it to Gardevoir, who's also going to get some knockouts. And this game is just complete. Yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. But GT can't score points. I need to score some points somewhere. Maybe Dodrio can pick up some Aeos energy somewhere and just try and score points. Has currently 0, or 8 actually. But those 8 are not going to be enough. They need 20 points, no 30 points right now. There's some Aeos energy there. Dodrio running around, looking for the score maybe. Dodrio now running towards the top right side. Ushifa's going to be ready for it, so maybe. Can Stocking score? He scores 1, but it's not going to be enough points. That is not enough. How low is Rayquaza? Cameraman, how low is it? Are they going to do it right now? It's dropping on HP. But I think GT's running off time. Can they score on bot path? Can they score on bot path? They can score on bot path! Spinal doesn't defend it. And I think GT's going to take the first game. That was such a mess. That was such a mess. But GT's going to take the win in the end. They're going to take the win, and the first game goes over to them in a very messy late game. We have Blastoise, Trevenant, Sableye, Espeon, Glaceon for Spinal, Dodrio, Slowbro, Blissey, Garchomp and someone else for the side of GT. Heading into the second match, Spinal could have won last game, but they just fell short a tiny bit, and again they're playing without a healer Pokemon. Going for the single support Sableye, which means no sustain. And I mean, last game did go quite well for them still in the end, but they just fairly fell short to some scoring in the last few seconds of the game. But in general, I would say that GT was still in control of last match. Redlove looking for the invasive with the Sableye, sneaking around, using XP quite early on to get away from the Shenzi. But we already have Rides taking up Red Buff and both Bite-Toys, so this invade is not going to really do all too much for the side of Redlove. Just running around now, just both the buying time. They have XP share that they don't really care too much about this. And yeah, I mean, it's just kind of nonsense. But he's going to thief over into the Curlia. And he's just going to kill himself for absolutely no reason. Sure. Why not? Why not? I don't think he had to go over there. Why? He just got lift easily and just ran away. But gets over first knockout of the game to GT. And now the first Altaria spawn looking quite fast. They all just disappear. Blessed Evolution is done now for the side of GT as well. We also already have the Gabite for that Dragon Rush. And GT's top path is looking great. Looking for that Bulldoze damage. Sableye is going to run away, looking for the next invade. Running around very fast. But he's so low on HP right now that even if he goes for invade, he might just be going down. Looking for bot P now. Almost gets Drill Peck being invisible. Looking for the knockoff now. And they're going to take down Slowbro with this gank of Sableye. GT wasn't ready for it. I mean, Sableye was quite low on HP, so expecting a gank there is still quite difficult. But Redlove now was back to full HP. And the first 2 minutes are gone. We have 4 points for both teams being scored. And we already have a level 7 Curlia, so for the side of GT. Massive level advantage already in this early game. For the jungle central Pokemon of GT. They're going to also destroy these Altaria so fast. With a Psychic Psyshock combo. These incredible amounts of damage to white Pokemon. Looking now for Espeon. Espeon is almost going down. Barely's going to live, but the Wartortle has nowhere to go. And then we Flux though. Pikachu even eject button is a way to just maybe buy a bit more time. No, we actually have Moonblast though. We have Moonblast. So no Psychic. Moonblast? I mean, I guess it's good against Sableye, right? Could be good against Sableye. Ooh, but they get Gabite on top path. He goes down to the Trevenant and the Sableye. It's very difficult to move against those two Pokemon. If they just get one time onto you, you just literally can't move. You cannot move. Oh, man. Redlove barely getting away right here. Almost maybe dying to the Altaria. But makes it out to the left side. Just in time, turning invisible. And now we have a bottom objective spawning. In just 4 seconds. And GT's already starting it. But they don't really have good last hitting. Gardevoir does have level 9 now. So might be walking in, but up against an Espeon is quite scary to go for this. Regice. Moonblast is not going to quite connect towards this Espeon. And Regice is now being taken. There's a Gardevoir landing, but Espeon's got the eject button out of it. And now GT lost its entire momentum with this Gardevoir not doing anything. And now we have Blissey going down. Blissey is down. Regice under half HP. Nice Psyshock is going to land onto the Slowbro as well. Knockoffs are there. They're just getting perma-stun, but the Drill Peck gets 2. But oh, it's already too late. The Reggie goes for Spinal. And now Vin Diesel can maybe look for at least one more KO. The basic attack will be enough to take down Dodrio. On the chase now, the 2 evolutions. Putting in a lot of work. And putting Spinal in this bottom fight a tiny bit ahead. So not looking too bad there. Going for the mid Altaria as well again. And top path we have now Sableye ganking again. Can they get one more knockout? Gabite is struggling against these defending, against these CC Pokemon. And indeed, Gabite goes down yet again. He goes down a second time against Sableye Trevenant. He literally just cannot move. It is so difficult to play against. Oh my god, those Woodhammers. Those Woodhammers just like push you towards the middle. The first one is absolutely disgusting. But nice, Rodeo Knight comes in. Stalking gets taken down though. Stalking is down. And again, Red Love just barely living on a sliver of HP. Who's gonna go for this Regieleki next? Is either team going to commit for it? Doesn't seem to be the case right now. And Wartortle is also low on HP, not Blast Evolution. Bliss Assistance goes on to Gardevoir quite offensively under their own goal. Can they snipe away Red Love? Yes, Sableye goes down. Now it's going to be a 4v3 scenario for GT, and they're going to take down Regieleki as well. And the Wartortle is also going to go down double KO for regrets. On this Gardevoir, looking for the push now onto this goal. Gabite goes in, swoops them up, and takes them down. The goal is going to fall right here. Blissey takes away the score from Gardevoir though, which is a bit of a mistake. And now Sableye is back. Confused right, he lands onto Gardevoir. Can Vin Diesel finish him off with one more AC event, trying to dodge away from the Moonblast, which he does successfully. Looking for it. He's going to stun again. They're going to eject button forward towards Regrets, and they're going to take down the Gardevoir quite easily in the end. Nice play by Spinal, but the Egg Bomb takes on Sableye, and Revenge knockout for the side of Glaceon. And another Revenge knockout of Vin Diesel is going to go down. It's just trade for trade for trade. Now bot path fight is happening already, because the next Reggie is already spawning, and it's going to be a steal. Spinal with 3 members. That Woodhammer completely throws Slowbro across the entire screen. And Eknoop just trying to buy time. He's going to move on to Espeon. Hopefully the team moves in. And there's Rodeo Knight coming in. Espeon also countering that moving. Who's going to go for this one? Reggie Steal goes to the right side somehow. I thought the Woodhammer would be getting it. But no, it's Gardevoir from GT. Able to secure it. One Drain-Claw combo onto Trevenant. Also going to take them down. Blissey takes on Blastoise. And they're going to score a lot of points right here. For the side of GT, now putting them into a 100-point lead almost. What, 214 to 118 points. It's a close game. Very close game. Level 12 Gardevoir, level 12 Dodio for GT. And Spinal with a level 12 Glaceon and a level 12 Espeon. Though carries can have lots of experience on. Going in now. Oh, Sableye caught. Sableye caught again. Going down. And they're going to look for some more right here. Woodhammer's going to land onto Slowbro. Going to try to dive this goal, and they're going to try to score some points right here. And they're going to succeed. And this Gardevoir can make it there in time. Gardevoir does have Unite. The Psyshock is there, but already points are going in for the side of Spinal. And now they're suddenly in the point lead. GT is going to go for the Regieleki up top path with the Garchomp and Blissey. Can Blastoise or Sableye maybe steal it away? Are they even look to try to steal it away? Doesn't look like they want to. So GT picks up a free Regieleki, which, I mean, should be easily cleared. I don't think this is gonna result in all too much for this side of GT, because yeah, it just gets defended quite easily. Doesn't matter what. And they're gonna start working, clearing it now. Vin Diesel, especially with that Ice Even Glaceon, does max HP damage, so yeah, quite a lot of damage coming through onto this Regieleki. And GT can't really do much with this. They just can farm their side though, you know? They can farm their white Pokemon and trying to find that experience for Garchomp and Gardevoir. Now hits level 13. Garchomp's only level 12. Oh, what a sneaky score by the Sableye. 24 points going, opening a bot path, but Red Love is gonna fall. And now the Reggie fight should be in favor of GT, so was it really worth it? Can Spinal do something about this? Slowbro gets one shot! He gets one shot! Oh, wow. Now the Surf goes in. Hydro Pump. Glacoding actually using Red Move right here. This could be out to the Ray 5. Bliss Assistance goes on to Garchomp. He's going to eject button onto Espeon. Espeon also Unite moving. Psyshock is going to land. Psybeam is going to miss actually. Drain Rush Claw combo onto Trevenant, but Garchomp has no chance in this team fight. Gets taken down in the end. That's 2 down for the side of GT. 3 down. And they're going to chase on Gardevoir as well. Slowbro eject buttoning in with that Surf. Is going to Slowbro Unite onto the Espeon and going to take him down. This fight is super close right now. Regrets still trying to live. He's going to get Sableye Unite moved and stunned. Woodhammered. Bonked onto the top of Gardevoir. But we've already Glaceon working on Rayquaza now. Trying to take it down alone. He's going to succeed taking down alone, right? He just solos Rayquaza. How low is it on HP? He takes it down alone. Vin Diesel goes for Rayquaza single-handedly. And secures it for Team Spinal. They're going to score 100 points on Sableye. And the passive as well is going to dodge away from the Drill Peck. And that is disgusting that he's able to just 1v1 Rayquaza so easily. And Spinal is going to take the second game. Game number 3 now between GT and Spinal. Loser's gonna be out of this tournament, and the winner's gonna move up against a team that is not decided yet, either gonna be AG or unknown in the next round. Very close series so far, and again another third match today. NA has been very close games. Our teams seem to be kind of on the same skill level, I have to say. Every North American team seems to be almost equally strong, I would say, right now. It's really hard to tell who's going to win these matches. We have Sylveon for the side of stocking, and they're gonna just do the Sylveon strat. The double Eevee both taking one buff, and then going towards the lanes to start being very strong. Espion on the right side for Spinal. They got one of the evolutions. And we already have top path now being pushed out by this Hyper Voice. The classic, just one buff into top path for the Hyper Voice Sylveon. And it's just gonna be so annoying to play against. You can already see they're gonna struggle so hard to find any sort of experience against this early bully that Hyper Voice Sylveon can provide. It is a very insane early game bully. Hyper Voice probably has to be the highest level 4 move ability in the game when it comes to damage. Of course you can still last it against it because it's wave after wave, not just instant burst. But it's very, very difficult. First Altaria spawn. Regrets trying to keep up those Icicle shards. Or Chris hits, whatever they're called. I'm actually not sure what trauma they're called. And the Hyper Voices are still coming through. Dojo might be looking for an invade right here. Goes over to the left central area by Toy. And then might tend towards the jungle of GT. And yeah, Dojo is currently invading, looking for the blue buff, but it's already gone. Glacian was able to secure it and move on. But Sableye and Dojo now invading the red buff together. So that's gonna be bad for Ice even Glaceon. Not sure if he can do anything about it. Just gotta make sure he doesn't die there. And yeah, he probably just have to give up the jungle right here. Vin Diesel and Red Love are gonna take it over. And yeah, they're gonna take the red buff, goes over to Sableye. Now they're gonna run away. Pikachu left alone on bot path up against the Hyper Voice Sylveon. He's not gonna have a good time. But at least Hydro Pump is some sort of last hitting. So he can secure some of those NDDs or bunnies at least. But the mid fight is happening already. And the cameraman again forgetting about it. The engage is happening, drill pack onto Sylveon. And gets sniped by the Psyshock. Nicely done by Relentless. Is able to hit this one, looking for the Comfy as well. Only hitting Psybeam this time though. If the Psyshock hits, could have been another KO. Was actually quite close. Excitaria spawn in 17 seconds. And Relentless already level 7.5. He's gonna hit level 8, 100%. For this first Reggie fight, I don't know if you will see any level 9 Pokemon. Doesn't seem to be the case. And Glaceon's also gonna look for that level 8. And the Unite move, there we go, Espion secured. The Unite move might just go aggressive already right here, looking for the Psyshock onto the Sylveon. He's gonna hit it. Oh, but what? That's the wrong auto attack. But they still have enough damage. The Confuse Ray is going to connect to Sylveon. And they're still able to stun Sylveon and take it down. Nice play there by Spinal. Very good by Relentless also just walk up, looking for that Psyshock onto Sylveon. And then hitting it with that follow-up of Sableye. They take down the priority target on the left side right now on bot path. And GT just again knowing they can't win bot anymore. Now going for this top. Regieleki instead. Goal is also currently at 1 point, so there can be a nice overcap late into the game for Spinal. And GT pushing top path. They take down Trevenant, they take down Sableye. But we have Dojo going for the Baltoy. Instead, Regieleki's now to the goal. They're going to try and score 40 right here, and Garchomp's going to secure the 40 points for GT. Only 2 point difference now. Again, very close game, as I said. Both of these teams are very evenly matched. And GT, though, always with a bit of history in those recent tournaments, though, than Spinal has, being the higher seeded team. Now going for the Altaria spawn right here. Garchomp's going to scoop them up, looking for the Altaria. And they're able to secure it. Vin Diesel almost hitting level 10 now. 4 minutes into this match. Game again is looking quite close. Red Love though going so aggressive. Confuser is going to hit. And he just twirls them a tiny bit. He just supports them to base. And I mean, it's kind of pointless. Doesn't really do all too much, but he's going to live at least. But I mean, sure. I don't know if that's going to do anything. There's going to be a fear though into the surf. The knockoff is there as well. Can he find a Confuser? But he just gets taken down. Earthquake comes in from the Piloswine and taken down. But Surf's going to hit on the Piloswine. I think he's going to fall next. Sylveon has to jump over Dodrio. They're going to try to chase on the Dodrio, but just way too fast. One jump kick, one boost auto tech. And Dodrio is so fast gone. Piloswine did also make it out alive. And Spinal now with a 55-point lead in this match. Half-time almost passed. And both objectives are spawning at literally the same time almost. 21 seconds for bot, now 20 seconds for top. And currently it seems like both teams want to go for this bottom Reggie this time around. They both want to win a fight right here and then have a huge overcap onto the goals. That's going to be the next part of contention. There's still 80 points left on the right goal as well, so GT potentially can have a big amount of scores there. So they want to start working on this team fight now. They're going to jump in now to Blastoise. Earthquake's going to land. They're going to burst on Blastoise in the stun CC of Earthquake. Nice play there by GT. They're also going to take down Sableye, who try to go in and maybe save someone. Drippick goes in. Where's the Ignite move? Dodo? He also gets stunned down. He gets pushed back by the Regirock. Stunned down. Can't even use its Unite move. Taken down. Regrets, so taken down by the Woodhammer now. The engage is happening. Hyper Voice is going to take down Espeon for a triple KO for the Sylveon. Looking for Trevenant next, but it can still maybe get the Regirock with Blastoise. There's the Unite move, but nice dodge by Garchomp onto the Unstoppable, but it's not going to be enough. Blastoise has enough damage to take down this Regi. Dragon Rush Claw combo. Can they take maybe don't Sableye Confuse Race there into Unite move? And I think Coding can't walk. Drippick is there as well now. And Spinal turns this fight around into Unite move now. Looking for wonderful Drippick. But can they have any follow-up on it? Yes, looks like they can. Regret's gonna fall. Another Drippick is going to land. And Spinal with a huge team fight turnaround. The Doduo, Riddler, Vin Diesel now popping off. Perfectly shading the jump kicks and the Drippicks and Unite move together. And now Spinal gets 5 knockouts on this bottom fight. What a turnaround after losing it initially. The death damage is so low they were able to just respawn. Oh boy. 90 seconds to go for that last final stretch. And oh, this is a close one. This is a close one. I'm checking something. Vigileki now being taken by the South Spinal as well. 40 points going for Sableye. GT looking for that bottom tier 1 push. And they're going to succeed most likely as well. Doduo's going to make it there in time. There's currently a fight happening on the bottom goal. Trevenant trying to defend. He's dropping low on HP. Trevenant might go down. And Trevenant barely living on 1 HP right now still. And he's finally getting taken down by the Glaceon. Espeon looking for flank. Looking for maybe 50 points itself. But Garchomp is around. This Espeon should not be able to do so. But he might just take down Garchomp itself. Glaceon is back. Dragon Rush comes in. They're going to catch Espeon. Oh my god, just barely, but the knockoff. Sableye at least making the 1-for-1 on this bottom path. And again, just a small lead for Spinal of barely 40 points. 1-1. Again, losers out of this tournament. So, elimination match. Minimap casting? I'll do some minimap casting, yeah. Reggie spawning on bot path in 4 seconds. And this one is a huge one. Because this one goes into the last 2 minutes. Pikachu trying to zone, already dropping 12.5 HP, taking so much damage. Earthquake might land as well again. I feel like we have seen this before. He just gets one shot, trying to walk up. And this Registeer, 10 seconds left. Is either team going to commit for it? Looks like both teams are backing off now. They don't want to take this fight. Spinal has to recall. And GT doesn't want to throw themselves onto it because that thing is an Espeon who can always steal away. But Sableye is caught. Redlove caught again. On the Sableye, goes down. And now it's a 4v5. GT are just starting this Rayquaza up. They're going to look for the team fight. Doduo caught on the bot path, fighting the Mamoswine. Rayquaza dropping to half HP. Dragon Rush Claw combo goes onto Blastoise. Going to surf him away, pump him away. And Rayquaza still at half HP right now. Espeon in a good position to maybe steal away. Trevenant is going to finish off Mamoswine. Now it's back into a 4v5 in the adventure of Spinal, who's have the Sableye respawning. And GT just drops right here in this team fight. They'll get taken down. It's only Coding left, and the Comfy goes down as well. What just happened? They just all exploded to the Espeon damage. On the left side. What? And Spine is going to take this Rayquaza down. And they're going to take it 2-1 over GT. I feel it's quite an unexpected outcome right here. GT looked so good in today's matches as well. But they're going to fall short after beating AG. And Spine is going to move on.